Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the J22 Report. I am your host, Johnnie Market. You all know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't. Remember, disclaimer, nothing should be construed as financial investment advice. Just my opinions and thoughts on the market. I'm going to make this short today. I haven't really done too much lately. A lot of it's hectic personal life. I've had to move again. Of course, I move all the time. Uh, and so, but just going to the markets, uh, going to the markets, it's unreal what gold and silver has been doing. My first message, just opinion. This isn't anything financially related, but to all you gold bugs that are like me, lived through the 2011 top, had to endure the correction because they're just learning about markets and everything. Enjoy. This is really what we've been waiting for. Silver's around 90. I think it's above 90. Let me take a look. Yeah, it's above 90. Gold is has blown past 2000 at 4600 roughly as I'm recording this. Enjoy. We've been through a lot. We've seen a lot of markets explode. It's our turn. So I actually think this gold and silver bull market doesn't have much more to go. People can say all they want about the shortages and whatever. I say narrative files price. They've been raising margin requirements like crazy. I think the deflation's coming. I've been selling on the way up. What's unbelievable, I'll sell and then I'll do a bank transfer to my bank and my portfolio is up even more because the miners have gone up. I take profits just on the way up. And that's just what I keep doing. And I'm surprised just how big my portfolio or anything has gotten despite all these sales and then just taking money and putting it into one of my banks that I've done extensive research on. So it's going to be an insane year for me because I am moving out of the country. But anyway, let's get into the markets. Uh, Speaking of silver, like what's going on? This is one of the reasons I don't think it's a top. I personally think it's going to go to 100, break 100, go up a little, and I'll be selling a lot after that. But if you look at this, today it's knocked down. It went from like 90, I'm going to try to go 92 all the way to 90, and there's always some buyer showing up. Gets back up to 91, knocks down 90, and then another buyer is showing up. And this doesn't happen in bear markets. This happens in bull markets. This is the low, 90.37. This is a low, 90.49. On down days, silver is finishing around the highs. It's not finishing around the lows. So I don't see, this is why I think this is bullish. And if you look at 5 days, this is 84. This is 5 days ago, it was at 84. Knocked down, a buyer shows up, comes all the way up here, knocked down, a buyer quickly shows up. Even here, it's knocked down and a buyer quickly shows up. Knocked down, buyers keep showing up as this gets knocked down. Of course, on a 1 month, it goes all the way up to 82, gets knocked down to 72. I got stopped out of positions. Comes up, it's like a counter trend rally, gets knocked down, but a buyer shows up and then knocked down a little bit, buyer shows up again. Not the buyer, just buyers keep showing up. So no matter what, 3 month knockdown, just buyers keep showing up. Irregardless. And if you look at it, and it looks like this is the trend line. It's starting just like this. If you got it right here, 83, 82, and then it finally, if you look at that, it broke through that and came, and it's probably starting some sort of pattern like that again, and to go to 100. So I don't think this is the top, but I could be wrong. But this is why I say, like, if you look at it, let's just do one year. When silver was hit 50, that's when it should have been selling. But if you look at that, that's a cup and a handle. So if you look at this 1 year, 5 years looks a little parabolic, but you can tell there's stuff there. So, and then of course, just look at that. Look at that cup handle. It looks a little parabolic on the all, but what would it? So, but if you look at it, just the dips just keep getting bought, irregardless. And if you look at the stock market, like today, this is just one. This is the S&P. Even though it's up a positive day, it's finishing towards the lows. Even on the 5 day, it's up a little, but it's towards the lows. And generally, when you're finishing the last 1 month, but when you're finishing towards the low, that's a sign of a bear market. I remember in March of 2013, gold and silver, even on up days, would finish more towards the lows of the days and not the high. So, like I said, went up 10, it would finish up 4 or 3. And that's what's sort of what the stock market did. And gold and silver, I remember the stock market would be down 300 during the bull market, then it'll finish at, only down 80 or 90. Gold and silver is acting like that. And so this is why I don't think, I'm not a technician or anything, that this is the top. But as in my opinion, not investment advice, but as things move, you want to, in my opinion, this is what I do. Just reduce your exposure, reduce it. And you want to sell as it keeps going up. So, like, I subscribe to a bunch of newsletters, or 3 of them. One of them, Elliott Wave Trader. I mean, it's unreal. I was just reading this called a top today. I don't know if this is the top or not, but what's unreal is, like, this guy's been calling for a serious correction since silver's broke 50, and it's never really occurred. And this is what I'm saying: beware of newsletters. Make sure you know the person, because one, to take credit, like, yeah, I called the correction. It went from 80 to 70 in 1 day. Now silver's at 90. Or where is silver right now? Yeah, it's at like 90. Let me that was barely a correction, if there was one. I mean, it went down, but it was just a sell off, but it wasn't like a painful correction or where people lost a lot of money. But literally, if you look at it, like a week later, it went to, not only it went back to 80, but it blew past 80. I won't even call this. Let's see, 1 month. Yeah, it was at 82 and then just went down to 72. Look at 78, and it went just right back to 82. And I started taking out my stops because I was like, they want to run their trails. And a lot of them was just profit taking towards the end of the year. And if you look at it, just so a lot of newsletter writers, I mean, it's a lot of good marketing. I'm not saying don't subscribe to them, but don't take them as gospel. Don't take anyone, including me, because I'm on public. But yeah, I think gold, silver. But the main thing I'm buying, I just want to talk about this. I think this is, if you look at commodities bull markets, everything's going up. Copper, gold, silver, I guess I'll just use USO. I'm not a big fan of the USO. I'm just gonna see if there's like an oil. I'll just do USO. I'm buying more oil stocks. Specifically, in my opinion, I'm not pumping any of them, but Canadian oil because it's just hated. And if you look at it, 5 day, it's all see 1 month. Wow, it's been doing. Look at 6 months. USFO gone down. Year to date, it's up 2.8. If you look at the 1 year, it's down 15. 5 year, it's up 101. Well, it's nowhere. It's not at the top. 89.47. That was the top. But if you look at oil price right now, yeah, if you look at this is great crude oil. If you look at it 5 day, it's up 1 month. Gosh, 6 months it's down 6%. Year to date, it's up, but 1 year it's down $19. 5 years up. But if you look at it since 2022, it was 118. It's really gone down. And I think it's building a base to break out and it's going to go up. And it's the most hated thing. You know, every reason the supply glut and everything, Venezuelan crude coming, but this is when you want to buy. And I just don't believe we're going to have a bull market in copper and rare earths, potash, uranium, all these other things. And then oil's just completely. In fact, I think the next QE, a lot of it's going to go to oil because people are going to be looking, money's going to be looking somewhere to go. And it's gone everywhere. And I think the next QE will go to oil. So that's what I've been, just remember the disclaimer, not financial investment advice. I just want to say, in my opinion, enjoy this bull market. Don't forget to take profits, in my opinion, not financial investment advice. This is what we've been waiting for. And the only thing I'm investing in right now is oil. I haven't bought a single gold and silver miner since I haven't bought, I mean, in Poland, gold bullion's tax free. So I'm definitely not selling my physical till at least not in the US. But yeah, and that's how it should be. Like bullion, gold, silver, and platinum, palladium, they're rare metals. They should be tax free. You should not pay capital gains tax on those things. So anyway, not investment advice, just my opinion. Did want to do an update. Enjoy. I just say, all you gold and silver bugs like me, enjoy the bull market. Enjoy it. I think in my opinion, I think we're late in the inning, seventh, eighth inning. There's probably one more upswing, but be nimble, stay humble. You know, if you're worried about missing most of the rally, just stop orders, stop loss orders, in my opinion. Not investment advice though. So anyway, I'll see you next video. I'll try to do as much as I can. Appreciate you all and have a nice night.